in the firing range. This time I want to make a video pointing out how we are aiming wrong, or at least there's a better way to hip fire. Just figured this out last night. A lot of people probably already know this, but just making this video for informational purposes, part of the You're Aiming Wrong series. Got a couple of videos like that. Alright, so first off, you want to make sure you go to your settings, make sure your controller is set up properly so that you can crouch with the R3 button. Make sure your settings are at least on button puncher, so this allows for crouch to be on R3 and makes it really easy to shoot and crouch instead of hitting circle. Some people are used to that. You can also use circle, but your thumb is naturally already on the R3 button to move and look around. So, you know, the point of that controller setup is so that it minimizes the amount that you have to move your finger, you know, before having to press the button. So if your crouch button was on the circle button, then it'll take maybe half a second longer to do that animation. We don't want that, because you can change it for X, you know, that because X to jump, and you can still get some pretty fancy movement going. Like say someone was shooting at you, instead of doing the classic, whoa, just that. Instead of doing the classic strafe like this, now you can easily do this kind of movement right here, which is going to make a couple of people miss, couple shots. Just a few shots. They're not going to miss them all, but most people, they aim directly at the person, like that. And then if you're ducking and shooting take practice, you're going to dodge a few bullets while firing at your target, and hopefully there's a chance that you will down the target before they down you. So in this demonstration, we're going to use high recoil weapons such as the the R99, and we're also going to use the pilot version. Okay. Go ahead and put select tag on so it can be continuous, and I'm going to go ahead and extend the mag just so we can get more bullets out. Okay. Let's go with a white down, just in case. Anyway, the point of this video is to show that you can actually hit targets better when you're crouching. If you notice, when you're firing any weapon, most weapons, way up. How that recoil just kicks up like that. So we go from here to here. But my realization is this: if you crouch, it will bring your cursor basically down. So going up, let's say you notice your recoil is up while shooting at someone, don't try to fight the recoil and pull down on the stick. Instead, press R3 or your crouch button. I'll prefer it be R3. Press R3 to correct your recoil. Let's give it a go. Alright, saw that? So it must be a hip fire, or you can, some people can do it while aiming down sight. Because you know the recoil, if I didn't crouch down, it will go over their head. The last two bullets, how the last two bullets was way over here. But look, if I crouch, I'm right back on target. Instead of fighting the recoil and pulling down the stick, as soon as you know your recoil, because you gotta memorize the recoil of all the guns, of course. As soon as you know your recoil is about to kick up, hit the crouch button. So say you're in a scramble, you know to hit crouch. What? How many bullets? Yeah, it looks like 7 bullets in. Yeah, it looks like 7 bullets in. Sorry. We're on target. A little too much on it. Yeah, about 7 bullets in, you hit crouch. Okay, and that's going to mitigate your recoil and more accuracy. And like I said, you can do this either aiming down or you can do it hip firing, which I prefer. because hip fire and your crouching combined, that gives you aim down sight accuracy. But the point is, most weapons, if you aim down sight, you lose your strafe speed. Luckily, with this setup right here, you don't lose strafe speed when aiming down sight, so it doesn't really matter. But the reason why I say, get used to hip firing is because strafe speed reasons. So if I go like this, I'm like, oh man, I'm stepping slower. But if I go like this, I'm stepping better. Basically, the flat line that doesn't really count because it doesn't hit. If you see those, the aiming reticle is left and right. This right here is not left and right aiming. It's like a cross aim. And this right here is more of a hip fire reticle. But the point is, it gets a little tighter if you crouch down. So, with this hip fire reticle, you really focus on that little dot in the middle. Wherever that dot is most likely where your bullets are going to go. They're not going to sway up and down. As long as and like another thing is with the flatline, I don't even hold the trigger down. I'm tapping. So it looks like I'm holding down the trigger, but actually I'm just tapping. I'm going pop, really quick. And I do the same thing with the alternator also. So yeah, that's my tip. Just hit the crouch button. And that's it. I'll see you next video.